Welcome back, guys. Today I'm finally going to be sharing with you guys what I've been doing for my skincare. I have so much to talk to you guys about, and I even kept a few empty, so this is going to be a really long video. I'm going to start off by sharing with you guys a couple things that I didn't share in some of my past skincare videos. And the first thing is my pillowcase, which I've had over a year now. Satin is really good to sleep on. It prevents wrinkles. The main thing that I notice is that I don't wake up with creases on my face, which I can't imagine that wouldn't cause wrinkles. Of course, I've been telling you guys this since day one. You have to drink your water. If you don't like water, put some lemon in it. If you don't like lemon in your water, drink tea. Tea is also water. Just make sure you're drinking it frequently. Definitely add more greens and fruits to your diet. That will make such a huge difference in your skin, whether you have dry skin, whether you have oily or acne prone skin. Alright, so now onto my skincare. So I start off by removing my makeup. This is my favorite way to remove makeup ever since I discovered it. This is the Clinique Take the Day Away Off Cleansing Balm. Fell in love with the one by It Cosmetics, and I went into Ulta and they didn't have the It Cosmetics one. They only had this one, and I was in desperate need of it because we were going traveling, so I just bought this one. I do like it. It's cheaper than the It Cosmetics one, but if I had to pick between the two, and if you were looking for a cleansing balm, I would go with the It Cosmetics one. That one takes everything off, literally everything from your mascara to your eyeliner to your foundation to your concealer. This one works really well. It takes everything off, but it does leave a little bit of mascara and eyeliner behind. The way a cleansing balm works is you rub it in between your hands, you apply it to your dry skin. You want to make sure that your skin is not wet whatsoever yet, because it's going to melt into your skin, and that's what's going to help melt the makeup away. So then you can either tissue it off or rinse it off. Personally, I like to rinse it off. And then I go in with a face wash. But like I said, this one doesn't completely remove all of my eye makeup. So what I then like to do is use a micellar water. And right now I'm using this one by Garnier. I love this one, and I also love the Bioderma one, the one that comes in the blue bottle, but I just recently ran out of that one. Basically all it is a cleansing solution that you put on a cotton pad, and you just remove your makeup with it, and you don't even have to rinse it off. And that's why I used to use makeup wipes in the past, because makeup wipes, you can just remove your makeup and you're good to go. But the reason I stopped using makeup wipes is because I realized how abrasive they were for my skin. I used to use the Neutrogena ones, the ones that came in a little blue packet, and I love those. I would still use those if I was traveling and I just needed something that I would use for a few days to just remove all of my makeup. But to use it on an everyday basis, it is way too abrasive for me. So yeah, these are my favorite ways of cleansing. When I do use a cotton pad to remove my makeup, these are the only cotton pads I use and I will buy. These are by Shiseido. Instead of cotton rounds, they're little squares. It literally feels like you're cleansing your skin with a little tiny cloud. And once you've tried these, it's really hard to go back to the regular cotton rounds because they just feel so rough. After I remove my makeup, I will go in and cleanse my skin. Right now, this is what I'm using. I basically look for cleansers that are gentle, and this is the one that I've been using lately. This is by a brand called Restore C. I actually received this as a PR sample along with a bunch of their other skincare products. So I really like this one, and I use two different type of brushes to deep cleanse, and I alternate between them. On an everyday basis, I like to use my Foreo Mini, which is just a silicone jelly cleanser, and it kind of, I don't know if you can hear it, it pulsates, and you have different settings. So I like this one because it does a good job of cleansing my skin and kind of moving the cleanser around on my skin. It's gentle enough to get under your eyes. It's quick. I can rinse it, just bam, put it on my counter and I'm done. I don't have to replace the head with a bunch of other brushes and things like that. On days that I want to really get in there in my skin, especially days that I'm going to prep my skin for a facial mask or anything like that, I will go in with my Clarisonic. This is the Mia Fit, so it's a little bit smaller, which I love. The only downside is, much like the original Clarisonic, you do have to keep up with changing out the brush heads, which is why I always reach for this one as opposed to this one, because These brush heads are pretty pricey, especially like this when I do have really flaky skin, like around my nose area when the season is changing. This gets really good in there and it removes all of my flaky skin, and I love this for that. And I get asked all the time, like, out of the two, if you had to pick, which one would you go with? I would have to say Euphoria Luna Mini, just because it's so low maintenance. But if you can't afford both, I think they are both awesome and they both serve different purposes. Guys, I told you guys this was gonna be a long video. We are barely through cleansing. So after I cleanse my skin, I will make sure to pat it dry so all of the moisture is gone. And then I will go in with my toner. And my toner, I love this toner. It's super hydrating. It doesn't leave my skin feeling dry or tight. And it almost like adds its own hydration to my skin, and it smells really good. It has a really light, very faint floral scent. It's nothing overpowering, and it does do a good job of removing any excess makeup if there is anything left over. But after the way I cleanse, there is nothing left over. This little cotton pad will be like super clean. And then I let that dry, kind of like let all the toner dry and seep into my skin. And then I will go in with a treatment. A treatment is any type of serum. So if you have like acne prone skin, this is where you would put your acne medication or your acne treatment. If you're using an anti-aging product, this is when you would use your serums and things like that. So I was using the Estee Lauder Night Repair Serum, the one that comes in the little like dark brown bottle. Love that stuff. It was amazing. I think I bought it twice, used it all up both times. But I wanted to switch it up because I feel like my skin personally does get used to product. Right now, this is what I'm using. It's by Drunk Elephant. It's got glycolic acid. It's really good for anti-aging. I don't use this every night because I do find it to be a little bit harsh for my dry skin. I'll use this about 2 to 3 times a week. So I just put this all over my face. I will generally concentrate it like in this area right here. This is where I feel like I need the most help. I did this thing. It was, I think it was inside of Saks or Neiman Marcus. There's a skincare company that is super like high tech, and they have this machine that you can go in and it'll highlight all the parts that you're going to have wrinkles in the future. So the parts that are the most damaged by the sun. I believe that's how it picks up those areas. But for me, it was this area right here. So this is where I'm gonna have my wrinkles, and then of course my smile lines, and then like this right here. So that's pretty much where I concentrate all of my treatments, is in that area. So I let that dry. I take about, usually like brushing my teeth, and I'll probably floss after this so that I have time for it to sink in, and then I will go in with my creams. And this is the eye cream, the Lancome Progress, and this is a really super hydrating under eye cream. It's amazing. I've been using it since about January, like the beginning of January. I bought it for the new year. It's a very thick cream. You do have to put it kind of like in between your fingers and warm it up a little bit, but it's not super thick like the La Mer cream. If you have ever used the La Mer, you know it's very thick, and you have to like work it into your skin and like pat it in for it to absorb. This is not quite as thick as that. I use this in the daytime and at night. It keeps my under eye area super hydrated all day long, and it looks really good underneath makeup. I am wearing it today, and I just feel like I can wear more powders and it doesn't feel like a prune underneath my eyes. So absolutely love this stuff. It's definitely one of my favorite eye creams that I have used in a really long time. This is the Belief cream, and this stuff is awesome. I bought this stuff like 3 or 4 times, you guys. I'm not even exaggerating. So I had to go ahead and give it a break and try something else, but I love this. If you have super dry skin, I highly recommend this. My skin absolutely loved this stuff. It's so hydrating. They do have 2 different types, so just make sure you get the right one, because I accidentally bought the wrong one last time. But this is the moisturizing balm. So they do have another one that is more like a gel consistency that's targeted more towards like normal to oily skin. So this is the moisturizer that I use in the daytime. It's called Moisture Surge by Clinique, and it's more of a lighter moisturizer. In the daytime, I can totally go with something a little bit lighter like this. I feel like I've been taking such good care of my skin over the past few years that it's almost at a normal, it's not super dry anymore. So something like this is very hydrating for the daytime. At nighttime, I switch over to something thicker, and this is something that I just discovered, and I thought, when I first got it, I thought it was just like a mask, but I use it as a moisturizer. It also has a little eye cream that goes with it, but I like my Lancome eye cream better. It feels amazing. My skin wakes up glowing in the morning, and if I ever feel like it's a little bit too thick or heavy, I will just go in with my regular daytime moisturizer and apply that at night. But most of the nights I want to put this on because it just feels so good. So after I apply my moisturizers, I go in with an oil. This is the Sunday Riley. As you guys might be able to tell, it is completely out. I have like maybe 2 drops in here, and I'm actually going to go repurchase their Luna oil. They have another one that's like a dark blue color. I love this so much though. This is a hydractive cellular face oil. It's supposed to help with cell turnover. And the reason I use this very last at the end of my skincare is because an oil can penetrate through pretty much everything. So it penetrates deeper into your skin. The moisturizer wouldn't be able to penetrate through the oils. I want to make sure that all my creams have fully absorbed into my skin before I apply this oil. So I usually just give it about 30 minutes and I go and like have some tea or whatever, watch a show, and then I will put this on right before I go to bed. Of course, we cannot neglect our lips, and these are 2 treatments that I absolutely love. Well, this one is a treatment, so this is the one I use overnight. This is by Clarins. It's their Moisture Replenish Lip Balm. Love this stuff. Really hydrating. And then in the daytime, throughout the day, this is the one I've been loving. It's the Essential Lip Enhancer from Jouer. This one is also super hydrating. They both feel like they're actually penetrating your lips. So yeah, that is my entire skincare routine. In the daytime, the only thing I do differently is rinse it off with water, and then I'll go in with my toner just to take off any oil. I'll go in with my eye cream, and then I will go in with my Clinique Moisture Surge. And then I'll apply my SPF, and that's it. That's all I do in the mornings. I've still been loving this face mask. This is by Origins, the Retexturizing Rose Clay Mask. I'll use this about once a week to get rid of any dull skin that's just laying on top of my skin. Because when you have dry skin, you still have to exfoliate. You get a lot of like dead skin buildup, especially around your nose. And if you don't exfoliate those and get rid of them, then all of your moisturizers and your treatments are not going to be able to penetrate your skin properly. So this is my favorite one. And I only use this in the areas that I have flaky skin. So I only use this like around my nose area. If I notice that my forehead is flaky, I'll use it on my forehead. And then everywhere else, I love this mask. I've been loving it. This is the Rose Face Mask by Fresh. It's a hydrating mask, and this is just so pampering. I put it all over my skin, and when I rinse it off, it just makes my skin feel so soft. I will have links to everything that I talked about down below for you guys, as well as the steps that I do everything in. And if you guys have any recommendations for me, leave them in the comments down below, because I love trying these skincare products, as you guys just saw. I hope you guys found the video helpful. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe before you leave. And I'll talk to you guys next time. Mwah. Bye.